Let's talk about durian. So today in the US is Chinese New Year's Eve, and that's got me thinking a lot about Chinese food. So in case you're new here, I lived in China for most of 2016, and during that time I had the chance to travel to Thailand, Cambodia, and Hong Kong. So that's really where my interest in durian comes from. If you want to see videos from my time in Asia, I will have links to all that stuff down below. I was daily vlogging for a lot of my time in Beijing, and I was blogging for a lot of my time in Nanjing. I also have a ton of resources for Westerners moving to China, so if that describes you, send me an email to laurenwithoutfear@gmail.com and I will hook you up with like a personalized guide. You can ask me whatever questions you want and we can de-stress a little bit about your move to China. Anyways, durian. I feel like for the most part, Westerners loathe durian. Like they hate it. They cannot stand mostly the smell. Unfortunately, a lot of these people don't end up tasting durian, and so I wanted to make this video to encourage more of you guys to face your durian fears and just freaking taste it, okay? Because it is not all bad. I've met plenty of Westerners who love durian. Personally, I really enjoy fresh durian. In case you're a little bit unfamiliar with what durian is or what it looks like, durian is like this giant, spiky, brown, nut-looking thing. It's pretty big. It can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds to 7 pounds for a single durian. And then when you crack it open, it has like these pods inside of the flesh. And those are like a yellowy color and they're very custardy. Like the texture is very creamy. So it kind of freaks people out because it's a very different fruit. Durian is known as the king of fruit because it's really nutritionally dense. For a fruit, it's actually got a pretty high fiber content, fat content, and calorie content. And for the Chinese, it is a great fruit for maintaining your internal body temperature, which is very important in Chinese medicine. Certain fruits can raise your body temperature and certain fruits can lower it. I think durian lowers it. Please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong and don't quote me on that. It's also very expensive. So while I was living in China, and basically anyone who's living in China has markets near them full of fruit. Fruit is such a big deal in Asia. I wish it was such a big deal here. But anyways, I would see people at the fruit stand like negotiating over the price of durian, contemplating if they wanted to buy a whole durian or a half durian or just a few pieces of it. And so for people who have never tried durian, it's kind of nice because you don't have to buy the whole thing. Like don't buy the whole thing. Most people don't. They usually have it in these like little shrink wrapped foam package things as individual pods in varying weights, and it is quite a bit pricier than normal fruit. But if you get a really small amount, you can taste it for just a couple bucks. So the big thing that scares people off from durian is the smell. To me, it smells like raw sewage. So you must be wondering, why on earth do you like it? I personally don't think it tastes very similar to how it smells. I think that guy from Bizarre Foods, Andrew Zimmerman, is so dramatic about this. However, the smell actually gets durian into a little bit of trouble here and there because some airports, hotels, restaurants have banned durian, and it's because of the smell. The smell bothers people so much, and the smell is so strong from just one piece of durian that you can just like upset a lot of people around you just by eating it. So China is the world's biggest importer of durian, and Thailand is actually the biggest exporter of durian. So Thailand's growing it and China's buying it. That's a very simplified way of looking at it. This fruit is grown all over the place, Malaysia, the Philippines. The first time I tried durian, or so I thought this was what durian tasted like, I actually tried freeze-dried durian from like a snack store in China. Dried durian. This is my first taste of real durian. It almost smells like fermented melon. Okay, so it's like really dried. Oh, wow. That's bad. That's really bad. It tastes like I just ate cantaloupe that went bad. Oh. Never again. Ugh. So yeah, I was basically like, I'm never trying durian again. This is the worst thing ever. I hate durian. Every time I walked by the market near my house, they always had durian there. I was like, oh my God, I can't stand the smell. And then I went to Thailand, and I'm one of those people with food where if you dare me to eat something, I can't help myself and I just will. We were in Thailand and we were at a market. It was right before our cooking class. This was like part of the cooking class we did, and there was a lot of fruit there. And one of the types of fruit was durian, and they actually had a bunch of different packages of it of varying amounts, and there was one sitting right there that was only 20 baht. I'm like, 20 baht? I guess I have to try it. So I apologize for the crappy cell phone footage, but this is actually the first clip of me ever tasting fresh durian.
Good for the blog.
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I don't know why I like it. So yeah, I actually kind of liked it. And later on when we got back to China, because this was just kind of a vacation that we took in Thailand, it was like a belated honeymoon. We were in Beijing and there was actually a couple times when I bought durian and I put it in the freezer out of recommendation from a friend. I got durian. It was like $24.50 for 2 little pods. And I was told that if I like fresh durian, I should try freezing it because it turns into like a creamy ice cream texture. So that's what I'm doing. So the reason I like durian might stem from the fact that I'm lactose intolerant. So I tend to avoid creamy dishes, and so when I tried durian, I was like, this is like a dairy-free raw vegan custard. Like, what on earth? Why don't people like this? I just couldn't believe it, and I did not expect the flavor to be so different than the smell. The flavor was pleasant, it was pretty mild, it was sweet, but not overly sweet. And yeah, really the texture won me over. The texture was wonderful. I hope that if you guys are afraid of it, you will push the fear aside and go try it. And now we're gonna do something a little bit crazy. So recently I was at a Chinese grocery store. I live in the Bay Area, so I'm fortunate enough to have a ton of them. This one was in Fremont, and I found this. Durian essence. Now this was next to like the vanilla and like the different extracts and things like that, so I have a feeling this is going to be very, very strong. It says use for adding fragrant to food. Add about 0.01 to 0.05% in relation to the weight of the food. I've never opened this. I first want to smell it and see if the whole sunroom smells like freaking durian after this. Oh, it does smell like durian. Oh my God, how did they bottle that smell? Oh God. All right, and so since I'm not willing to taste this straight up, that would be like tasting vanilla extract and expecting it to taste like vanilla. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of it to some water. Tiny bit, okay. I don't want this to drip on anything in here. I'm like terrified. Okay. Don't drip. If I spilled this stuff, I'd be in some big trouble. Okay, so this water has a touch of the durian essence. It smells like durian. Let's freaking taste it. Anything for the vlog, right? It's so light. It's so funny. Just like durian, it smells like super strong of durian and it tastes very mild. There's a little drop on the edge. Woo! All right, well, that was interesting. So yeah, if you want to make durian cookies and surprise your roommates, check out Butterfly brand Durian Essence. Now I want to know what you guys think about durian. Leave it in the comments below. Have you tried durian? What did you think? I want to read some long descriptions, passionate opinions. I want to see where you guys stand on durian. Also, if you are Chinese, why did you eat durian growing up? Like, what was the reasoning that your parents gave you? Like carrots as a kid, it was like, you need to eat carrots because they're good for your eyes. You know what I mean? What's durian good for? Let me know. And 祝你好运. I hope I said that right. Happy Chinese New Year. Did you know it's the year of the dog this year? As you guys are seeing this video, it is actually Chinese New Year in the US, but ironically, it's probably the day after Chinese New Year in China. And as you're watching this, I am leaving to go camping. We're gonna go camping up in the North Bay near a redwood preserve area. We're bringing the dog. We're gonna stay for 2 nights. I'm so excited. I'll be making a video about it. I'll be taking plenty of pictures, but I'm gonna be offline for the weekend. I need to unwind, check out, and just stare at some trees. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you next week. I'm sorry, I have meant to tell you guys. Whoops, I forgot to tell you. Instead of uploading 2 videos a week, it's just become way too much, and the video quality was going down. So I've been doing 1 video every week. So I have actually been planning it out in advance so that I get good content up for you guys. So yeah, I'll see you next week. So I just walked out of this room and back in the whole kitchen and the sunroom smell like durian. So